Welcome to another episode of the Overwatch 2 Mythbusters series, Sombra Edition, where we answer questions about the new virus ability, the new stealth, the new translocator, and make sure you leave more Sombra questions in the comments below. Here we go. Does Sombra go into stealth automatically while contesting the objective, like the payload or push robot? So let's just get this out of the way. You can't contest any objective while invisible, but if you go out of stealth, the cooldown to go back into stealth will be paused until you leave the objective area. For demonstration purposes, let's also show you the push robot. Same thing, you can see that the stealth timer is paused, and only once I leave the objective will the auto stealth kick in. Once you go close, you can't contest it while invisible, you have to be out invisible. Can Sombra re-enter stealth while slept by Ana? So is sleeping in combat? Technically, yes. You can see all the abilities are paused. Only once you're awake, then it goes back into stealth. Does Sombra's stealth passive accelerate quicker inside Kiriko's Kitsune rush? As you know, Kitsune rush amplifies cooldowns by twice the rate, so let's put the timer up for the stealth passive, and unfortunately, no. In a Sombra mirror matchup, does being hacked prevent you from re-entering stealth? Once the ability lockout from hack wears off, you're no longer in combat, and the stealth timer will activate, meaning you'll still go into stealth despite being in that effect. That means you will be revealed for a few more seconds afterwards, so be careful. Can Sombra headshot with Virus? Virus cannot headshot in the traditional sense where you chuck the ability at an enemy's head and expect double the damage. Some people have been confused because the kill feed shows the headshot indicator only when you kill them with the impact damage when they're hacked. If you kill them with the impact damage of Virus when they're not hacked, it's a normal kill feed icon. So technically no, you can't headshot with the ability. Can Sombra's virus be absorbed by the matrices in the game? With every new ability in the game, it's good to check all the interactions, so with D.Va, Sigma, and Orisa, they work as expected, they do absorb the ability. Do health packs cleanse Sombra's virus? Yes, it does. Will Sombra's virus damage still tick faster if you hack after it's applied? We have damage numbers thanks to the workshop, and you can totally see the damage over time is super accelerated once you hack them afterwards, so yes, it still works. Does the increased damage over time from Virus still apply when the target's hacked from a different Sombra? So in some arcade modes, and if an Echo in your team duplicates an enemy Sombra, you can have multiple Sombras, so there's another hack coming in, and the Virus does do the amplified damage. Can Sombra's Virus travel through Symmetra's teleporter? Here we are, we throw the virus through the blue part of the portal, nothing happens. We throw it at the bottom part, nothing happens, so no. Can a hacked Petal Platform take faster tick damage from Sombra's virus? I mean, in a real game, you generally wouldn't want to waste your virus on a Petal Platform, but for your curiosity, yes, if you hack the Petal Platform while it's on the ground only and then throw the virus on it, it does do that increased damage over time. Does Baptiste's amplification matrix double the damage of Sombra's virus? Not all damage over time effects are made equal in Overwatch 2. Like Ashe's dynamite normally 150, and then through the amp matrix, the explosion does do double damage over time. Now let's check out Sombra's new virus ability. This is a normal virus with no modifier. For comparison, it's 10 impact damage and then 100 damage over time. Now here it is with Amp Matrix, it's 20 impact damage, so that part did get doubled, but the damage over time doesn't change. So to answer the myth, I mean, if the impact damage is doubled, I guess it counts, but the majority of the damage isn't changed, so. Does Sombra's virus get amplified with Ana's Nano boost? So here it is if you nano before applying virus, and yeah, it does get amplified. What if you get nanoed after the virus is already applied? Well, you can see the damage still gets increased there as well. Does Sombra's virus get amplified with Mercy's damage boost? Same thing, we're boosting before applying virus, and yes, it does get amplified by 25%. And here it is applying the virus first, then getting the damage boost, and yes, the virus dot does get amplified. Does Kiriko's Kitsune rush make Sombra's virus damage over time effect tick faster? While Kitsune Rush does work with a lot of other abilities in the game, when looking at Virus specifically, there's no change. Does Sombra's Virus get amplified with Zenyatta's Discord Orb?
And I'm back.
Yes, it does. Does Sombra's Virus persist through Lifeweaver's Life Grip? Roadhog is hit by a virus, we life grip him, and then the damage over time continues afterwards. So when they're in the life grip, it's just a small invulnerability period, but the dot isn't cleansed. So yes, it persists after the life grip. Can Genji deflect Sombra's Virus? Here Genji goes to the deflect, and yes. We'll hack him here in this example just in case some weird wacky interaction happens, but no change, deflect still works. Can Genji deflect Virus onto a hack target and deal that faster DPS? Here we'll zoom in on the HP bar, and yeah, look how fast that goes. Does Ramattra or Doomfist Block reduce the damage of Virus? Remember that Virus does 10 impact damage and 100 damage over time. You can see with the block, it still does normal damage. In this example, Doom blocks the impact damage, which does get reduced, but the damage over time is still 100. However, with Ramattra's block, it sort of works. It does do reduced damage, but not quite the 75% damage reduction that it says on paper for him. So Doomfist, really bugged. Ramattra, slightly bugged. Take a look at these, Blizzard. Does Sombra's Virus have a hitbox? Can it block Cassidy's Deadeye ultimate as an example? First example here, we had Cass shoot and it goes right through. Then we tried the Deadeye, chucked the Virus at the perfect time, and unfortunately, it does not block it. Can Symmetra launch her Sentry Turrets to block Sombra's Virus? Yeah, you can. Can Sombra destroy deployables with her Virus, like Bap's Emo, Junkrat's Trap, etc.? Here it is on Bap Lamp, it collides, it does damage, it's really slow though. With Junkrat Trap, same thing, even though there's no HP bar, it does eventually go down. Same with Torb's turret, and if it's hackable like the Torb's turret, it does do that amplified damage over time. Does Sombra's new translocator collide with an enemy hero's body hitbox? No, it does not. As a continuation from the last one, does the translocator hit an enemy barrier? Same thing, seems like no collision with them. Alright, let's check deployables with Sombra's translocator. Nope, no collision. Can Sombra throw a translocator through Symmetra's teleporter? It's important to check these because you know stuff like Alari's pylon can go through it, so why not Sombra translocator? But unfortunately it does not. Can Sombra dodge D.Va Self-Destruct with her new translocator? When the game teleports you from vector to vector, you have a brief moment of invulnerability, so yes, of course you can dodge D.Va Bomb. A cool tech is to throw it off a wall to get an instantly timed teleport as well. Can Sombra's translocator be interrupted by an enemy? So if you're CC during that brief 0.25 seconds of throwing translocator, you will not teleport to your translocator. Can Sombra escape Junkrat's trap by using translocator? Unfortunately not. As soon as you step on it, it is disabled. Can Sombra escape Zarya's Graviton Surge using translocator just before she's sucked in? If you have fantastic reaction speed, you can dodge it because it takes a little bit before the grav starts pulling in. Does Cassidy's magnetic grenade hinder Sombra's translocator? Just making sure the hinder is working as intended, and yes, you cannot use translocator. Does Sombra's translocator interrupt Lifeweaver's life grip? While you're life gripped, you can't throw the translocator. But if you're mid-translocator and you get life gripped, you will override the grip, see? Does Sombra's translocate hit Lifeweaver's Petal Platform? Unlike the other deployables, the platform was made for, well, standing on. It's a hard surface, so the translocator does collide with this one, unlike the other ones. And that's it for the Sombra myths. Make sure to come to twitch.tv/CarQ to get your Twitch drops, cosmetic rewards, Pharah skin, and all that fun stuff for Season 7. See you there.